Today, I want to approach Dr. Slump from a different angle, not as a healing romance, not as a nostalgic reunion between Park Shin-hye and Park Hyung-sik, but as a drama that accidentally became a mirror for viewers who were already exhausted before they pressed play. During promotion, Park Shin-hye spoke about returning after marriage and motherhood, and coverage around the drama emphasized that her character Nam Han-yul was not simply unlucky or heartbroken. She was a doctor whose life had been crushed by achievement culture, professional pressure, and the emotional cost of never being allowed to fail. That matters because this was Park Shin-hye's first major television return after marrying Choi Joon in January 2022 and giving birth to her son in May 2022. So audiences were not watching a neutral comeback. They were watching an actress who had lived through a major adult transition, play a woman whose entire adult identity had collapsed. The strongest discussions around Dr. Slump were not always about plot. Many viewers talked about recognition. Nam Han-yul's burnout felt uncomfortable because it was not presented as glamorous suffering. It was humiliating, quiet, repetitive, and socially awkward. She does not collapse in a way that makes everyone admire her pain. She withdraws. She becomes difficult to reach. She loses rhythm. She has spent her life becoming useful, excellent, disciplined, and respected, only to discover that those qualities cannot protect her from depression. That is why some fans described the drama as healing while others found it emotionally heavy, or even too close to real life. The romance works not because it rescues her, but because it gives her a witness, someone who sees the failure without immediately turning it into a lesson. The Park Hyung-sik reunion created the hook, but the drama's value depends on how much it refuses to recreate the heirs. Press coverage highlighted that the two actors were working together again after 11 years, which naturally triggered nostalgia, but the emotional grammar is completely different. In The Heirs, Park Shin-hye's character exists inside youthful melodrama, class pressure, and fantasy romance. In Dr. Slump, her character is an adult professional who has already won the academic race and still ended up broken. That difference is crucial. The old chemistry was built around longing and obstruction, the new chemistry is built around fatigue, embarrassment, and the strange intimacy of two people who no longer have the energy to perform success. One of the most interesting fan interpretations is that Park Shin-hye's real-life maturity changed the texture of the role. This does not mean she is playing herself, which would be a lazy reading. It means that her screen presence no longer needs to force youthful urgency. She can sit in silence longer. She can let discomfort remain unresolved. She can make Nam Han-yul's tiredness feel lived in rather than decorative. In earlier dramas, her emotional scenes often had a clear release point. In Dr. Slump, the pain lingers in the body, in posture, in delayed answers, in the way a person can be surrounded by people and still feel professionally and emotionally cornered. That is why Dr. Slump deserves more serious analysis than it sometimes receives. It is imperfect, and some viewers felt it softened its mental health themes with familiar romantic beats, but Park Shin-hye's performance gave the drama its credibility. She played burnout not as a dramatic event, but as erosion. And perhaps that is why the role connected internationally, because millions of viewers understand what it means to be praised for endurance until endurance becomes the thing destroying you. So here is the real question: did Dr. Slump comfort viewers because it offered recovery, or because it finally admitted that even successful people can be profoundly unwell?